Now we're looking at verbs. Now, declaring verbs in Byond is very, very easy. For one reason, you don't actually have to declare the variable type. If it's an integer, a string, a real, a boolean, anything like that, you don't have to set, because Byond allows you to pretty much store any data in a variable. You do if you're going to go down the path of lists or arrays, depending on which, you then have to actually allocate them as a variable type in effect. But besides that, we're going to leave that alone. I'm just going to teach you how to declare a few variables. Well, first off, I'm in the vars.dm file, and you can pretty much just go var test, and there you go, you've declared variable test. You can then set it to 4 if you want it, and if I compile, you can see that works. Now, instead of having a new line and tabbing across, you can use the / like that, and that pretty much does the same thing. However, if I was going to do another variable here, you get an error. So if you wanted to actually have a list of variables, and instead of having to go here variable and then next line variable, if you just wanted to do it like that, you have variable new line tab across, and then you can stick another variable which equals something, another variable which equals that, and they all work. Okay, so that's declaring variables. You can also set them, like you could go variable test equals, and then equals, and then you could set it to equal some text if you wanted, or things like that. Okay. Then you can have constants. Now, const, and then you can have your var, and then you can have test there if you wanted. Now, constants, you can't actually change the data in a constant, and they're pretty much used a lot when it comes to lists or arrays, or when you want to set other things, like variables that do not change. So that's constant. That's a constant variable. Then you can actually declare the variables in different parts of your program. You can declare them, as you'll find out later on, in procedures or verbs, or you can declare them in the mob. In that instance, so the variable test will belong to a mob, or then you could create a specific mob and just have certain variables for specific mobs, but we'll go again into that later. But as I said, I just wanted you to get used to declaring variables, what it looks like, the different ways of declaring variables, like with the / or the new line and tabbing across different ways. So hopefully you'll have picked up a few good things, and you'll be able to decipher some other people's programs.